Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to this week's episode of A Sexy Confident Life. I am so pumped to be on principle number 6 out of this 10 principles of designing the lifestyle that you love. Today, you can read it and weep. It is called Good Food, Good Mood. I want to do a quick recap, though, before we jump into principle number 6. I've been absolutely loving this series that I've been on to really kind of share and instill some valuable principles when it comes to living your healthiest and most successful life. And I believe food is one of those things that we've got to master because, baby, that's the fuel. That is what is running the engines of your day. Your day-to-day is all based on how you fuel the body. So today, I'm going to talk a lot about what good food, good mood means. I'm sure you already know, but I'm going to dial it into some specifics. I want you to remember, number 1, our first principle was becoming the CEO, deciding to take ownership of our life. You know, no longer playing the assistant role and letting other things dictate how we respond, how we react, how we operate. It's all up to us, right? Number 2, we had clean out the closet. That's right, clear out the cobwebs, trash the stuff you no longer need in your life, and just keep the stuff that serves you, doesn't hurt you. Right? It could be an emotional baggage thing. It could be, a physical thing. It could be food. It could be whatever you got to do, limiting beliefs, but you got to clean out the closet of your life, right? And that all is metaphorical, but you know what I was talking about. If not, go back to the principle number 2, right? Number 3, we talked about developing a fitness philosophy. Really, truly having reasons why we do what we do when it comes to our physical and, mental strength and stamina, right? If we don't have a philosophy, then we really have no way of staying on track or in alignment with making choices that we want for our daily life, right? Number 4, consistency is queen. We talked all about the importance of consistency in our life, and I truly believe that no matter what you do, you don't got to do things in the extremes. You don't have to go all out, a blaze of fire. But if you start small and you just start tackling things consistently in your life, everything will change. And then 5, strength, focusing on strength, right? And really making that the goal versus the pounds, versus worrying about every calorie or, every macronutrient. But thinking about your goal is to become the strongest you've ever been. And if that's the goal, man, all things will fall into alignment. Weight will come off. You will feel more energized. You will be taking over the world. And today is number 6, and it is the whole idea behind conscious eating, right? And that goes back to this whole philosophy that I have, is that no one diet fits everyone. Everybody always asks, Anna, what do you eat? Anna, what do you like to, consume on a daily basis? And I'm no saint, right? I have my foods that don't fuel me with the best energy. I eat certain things that I'm like, oh yeah, maybe once in a while, but not all the time. But I do know what food makes me feel my best. I want you to think about that for a minute as I take a sip of my coffee. What food makes you feel your best? Do you have a list? I call them very important meals. And they're like your VIP meal list that if I eat this, I'm going to feel amazing. My energy is going to be awesome. I'm going to be able to rock through the day. I'm not going to hit a food coma. I'm not going to crash and burn later. I'm not going to feel bloated and overfull. I'm going to feel satisfied, energized, refueled, and just awesome. I know what foods those are for me because I've taken the time to be conscious of how I feel after I eat. And I think that the majority of people are not aware of this feeling they have after they eat. They haven't necessarily taken the time to say, like, okay, how did that yogurt and berries and granola just make me feel? I just ate it. It's 10 minutes later. Am I tired? Am I bloated? Or am I energized? Do I feel satiated? Do I just feel good, ready to go, revved up? People, let's rock. That's how you want to feel after you fuel in every meal. So if you're eating certain foods and they make you feel like crap, they make you feel bloated, they make you feel overfull, they make you feel tired, they make you feel like, anything, gassy. You don't want to eat that. Your body tells you exactly what it wants. It tells you exactly what it wants and what it needs by the way it feels. But if you're not in tune with that body and you're not in tune with how you're feeling and you're not paying attention and you're just rushing, you're like slamming down that freaking Big Mac and then you're off to the races and you don't even think, wow, I feel like my gut wants to fall out right now. I'm farting all over the place. I got this gassy feeling in my side. I'm getting a cramp getting to the office because I can't even walk. Like, that's a clear sign. Big Mac, body doesn't want you, right? So this is such a simple concept, and I love talking about this with the women that get into the Sexy Confident Woman formula, because we spend an entire week on evaluating this whole idea so that you can master your own diet. Don't look to nutritionists and, yes, if you have a health condition and you have specific needs based on an illness, a disease, sickness, or something that's going on, deficiencies that your body isn't naturally getting, absorbing, creating, then yes, you might need a nutritionist. You might need specific guidelines for your diet because you're like, I don't know what the hell is going on in my body, right? But if you're a healthy human being and you're just trying to lose weight, and you're finding it very hard to lose weight and you're struggling with like a diet plan and you're trying to eat less and you're going through all these things, I'm here to tell you, your best starting point is to start paying attention to the food you eat and how it makes you feel. This is said in so many different books. There's tons of research articles on this. Conscious eating is a huge thing, but everyone's ignoring it. It's the most obvious because it's your body diagnosing what to eat. Doesn't that make the most sense? Like, who is this, this diet programmer with a nutrition background? They know a lot about food and chemistry and all sorts of stuff, but who are they to tell your body what it needs? They're not your body. They don't know what your body feels. They don't know who and what, is going to come about from the changes in the chemical processes from that digestion. Your body is different than anybody else's. It digests differently, it absorbs nutrients differently, it operates differently, it has a lot of different innuendos. It's different. So I can eat yogurt all day, people. I love dairy. I can drink milk too. Are you jealous? No. Some people aren't, but some people are because they're lactose intolerant. They know cannot have dairy. If they have dairy, they'll go to the bathroom all day long and they'll feel bloated and they'll feel gassy and it'll hurt their body. They know this, right? But why does it have to be that extreme? What if you just have a fillet of steak, mashed potatoes, and a couple vegetables on the side, and you feel completely overstuffed? Is your body telling you, one, you ate too much, or two, you don't like to eat that combination of foods or one of those foods? So you got to start mixing it up. You got to say, okay, well, what if I have that filet with the vegetables? How do I feel then? You have a lot of years to live, my friends, and a lot of meals to eat. Why not start experimenting with your body? Maybe it's the mashed potatoes. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's the steak. Maybe it's the vegetables, right? You've got to start figuring out what works best for you. And the only way to do that is to bust out a little notebook. It's to track how you feel after your meals. You typically have a lot of the same stuff, right? I know that for me, I have a lot of egg scrambles for breakfast. And it just depends how I want to mix up the vegetables and the egg scramble, or if I have fried eggs with toast with avocado and tomato on top. Like, I know that I pretty much go. And then sometimes I'll have steel cut oats, and then sometimes I'll have blueberry fiber pancakes, and sometimes I'll have banana pancakes, which is just bananas and eggs. So I've mixed up so many different breakfasts, but I know how each one's going to make me feel. I always feel a little overstuffed when I have pancakes. Right? So I'm like, I very rarely do that to myself, because I know it's not going to give me the freaking energized bunny fuel that I need to live my day. If it's a Sunday and you know you're basically like going to go for a hike with your friends and you're going to be moving and going all day, man, you better eat something that's going to fire you up, right? Don't go eating a plate of pancakes, man. Even if you're going to burn a lot of calories that day, don't think of food as like this ability to, well, what I consume and what I burn. Think about what you consume and what it's going to provide you for the day. What's it going to give you? What feeling is it going to give you? What kind of energy is it going to give you? What kind of life, and what can you accomplish after you fuel up on it? It's like, I always compare the car, and it's like, would you give your Porsche or your Ferrari like unleaded regular gas, or would you give it the premium? Well, I think it requires premium, because that's what the engine requires. It's a freaking badass engine that is like operating at all different cylinders, and you don't even know what's going on in there, right? I'm not a car genius, but I mean, think about your body. Are you a Porsche? Do you want to be an engine like that? Or do you want to be an engine that's like sput, 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 sput? Because that's what we're doing to ourselves a lot of the times, right? So I'm going to keep it short today, because I really want to just emphasize that you have the ability to be your best nutritionist. You have the ability right in your hands. You can stop searching every Pinterest channel for healthy recipes. You can stop searching for the next diet trend or diet fad. You can stop all that. It's up to you. You got to look at, okay, am I eating, well, next week we're going to talk about something awesome, which is real food. But this week we're talking about conscious eating. Because when you eat good food, you're going to be in a good mood. And it all comes back to your feeling. If you feel energized, satiated, happy, it's going to be a better day. You're going to be in a better mood. You're going to be able to get more done. You're going to be able to enjoy the day more. And you can sabotage that, sure, anytime you want. It's up to you, right? So think about that, and think about tracking and starting to understand yourself at a different level. I really, truly believe this is going to be the game changer for you. Things don't have to be so complicated, and I've been trying to preach it, but hopefully you heard me today, and hopefully you'll take action and ownership. That's the biggest thing. Take ownership of your food and how it makes you feel. And if you can do that, you're going to start to see the trends. You're going to start to see what hurts your body and what helps your body. And when you decide that you want to just feel good more often, more of the time, you are going to make the right choices. You're not going to need anybody else to give you that meal plan, to tell you how to eat or what to eat. You're going to know. And that independence and that freedom of self-selection and just knowing exactly what your body needs to operate at its best is the best feeling in the world. So go after it, take action, track that stuff, see how it makes you feel. And you know what? You're going to be happy you did, because when we feel this freedom, it is like nothing else, man. You've got the ability to live your best life. It's in the palm of your hand. Go out and do it, and I'll see you next episode. See you soon, guys.